This week on Kentucky Afield. Summer camps are in full swing, so we're paying one a visit to catch some fish and check out the new additions.
I'd almost like to be one of the first kids to get to come to this facility because it's really, really nice.
Next, we take a birthday float down Elkhorn Creek with a woman who absolutely loves the outdoors, Chelsea Rivers. Last but not least, we're in Madison County to see what's going on at the Youth Trap Shooting State Tournament. It's all next on Kentucky Afield.
Yeah, we got one. Sweet.
Got a muskrat?
Yeah.
Good job.
What do you know about that, man? That's a good fish, man.
Nice male smallmouth, healthy, pretty colors.
Cody, here. Find us one more good pheasant, Cody.
As biologists, we catch ducks and we place bands on them.
And it's just a really excellent place to see cottonmouths.
What do you think?
That was pretty fun.
Hello, and welcome to Kentucky Afield. I'm your host, Chad Miles. Join us as we journey the Commonwealth in search of outdoor adventure. First up, we head to Kentucky Lake for a little bluegill fishing and to check in on a project over a decade in the making.
So that beaver's been chewed on that tree. That's pretty recent. You can tell it's recent because the leaves hadn't even wilted yet.
There's a squirrel on that tree right there, but I don't think he took it down, do you?
No, I don't think he got that one. No, that's a little out of his league. There we go.
Nice, what do you got there?
Probably just a bluegill.
Pretty good bluegill, though.
Not too bad. Everything we teach them at camp, hold them by the ears.
There you go. Fish number one.
I'm on the board.
You are on the board. Here we go. I think yours are a little bigger. I tell you what though, bluegill are so much fun to catch because all you really got to do is cast out there. I mean, a lot of people do it under a bobber and I enjoy fishing it under a bobber, but we're just casting these little homemade bugs out there and I'm just reeling it really slow across the bottom, and when they hit it, there's no question they got it.
Oh, got one.
There you go.
On the drop.
They're stacked in here.
Get in here, get in here. Look at that.
Look at that, that's a good one. That's a pretty bluegill right there. Good size.
They're kind of wide.
I tell you what, people who really like to bluegill fish and eat those things, watch us throwing these back, will think we're crazy.
That's right.
Today's a really, really big day for camp because we're down here. Later on, they're going to be doing the dedication for a new dining hall. And you've been working at this camp for quite a few years. You have to, at some point in time, wondered if this day was ever going to come.
They've been talking about trying to get this dining hall project underway for years. And it started in the mid-90s, and then it's been kind of put back, and finally this is the year. So we're looking forward to getting to use these new facilities. They're really nice.
I'm excited to see the facilities. I know we've been talking about it for a long, long time.
It's really come together here in the last month or so.
So Clay, you've been with the department and been with the conservation camps for a long time.
Yeah, I started here in '91 as a counselor, and I worked as a counselor for 4 seasons, and then I came back after I got my degree and worked as a part-time supervisor for another 6 seasons while I was teaching school. A number of years ago, I came into a full-time capacity as a CEPL, as a conservation educator.
You obviously are here for the summertime with different groups of kids coming in. What do you do the rest of the year?
Usually about September, I start going around to the schools, and we have a curriculum. And so we usually do a 5-program rotation. Like this last year, I did a gun safety program about October. And then I came through about November, December, and did a birds program. And then I do a program for camp. And so I'll talk about the daily routine of camp. I try to explain the application, how that application works, how they should apply for camp if they're interested, and try to encourage them to go to camp.
This year, my daughter is coming to conservation camp, and she's recruiting for you already because she's recruiting all her little friends from school.
That's the best way to do it.
She's really, really excited about it. It'll be later this summer. She's excited to come down and get a taste of conservation camp. Well, Clay, there was a couple years ago, you actually won some award, saved somebody's life, didn't you?
The week I took Ohio County, Muhlenberg County, and Butler County, it was a car overturned. I got out of my car, I raced to this car, and there was a gentleman laying there face down in the seat of the truck. So I tapped him on the foot like you do in your CPR training. I noticed under the hood compartment burst into flames. So I didn't wait for any more consent than that, and I could not budge this guy. He was a bigger guy, okay, much bigger than me. And so I tried to pull him, and luckily, we were on a major highway, and we had some people show up. Look at there, old bass. And luckily for me, and him too, another couple people showed up and helped us get him out of that car, because otherwise he would have burned.
So these kids that had you as their counselor an entire week, now we're going home and they're like, hey, there's Mr. Brummal. He's out there dragging that guy out of a burning car.
That's right.
That's pretty cool. You're probably a legend in that county.
I wouldn't go that far, but they saw me in action, I'll say that. There's a good one.
Nice little bluegill.
Yeah.
This is the time of year to catch them. Here we go.
We got them located.
We got a little hot spot of them right here in the shadows of the dining hall.
Look here, look here. Maybe a little bit bigger this time. He hit it like he meant it.
Just aggressive.
First campers arrive here in about 2 weeks, and I would say they would be just as successful as we've been today catching these little guys.
Very well, maybe a kid's first fish he's ever caught here in a month or so.
Here he comes, here he comes.
Nice. I tell you what, Clay, I've had a great time fishing with you this morning.
Yeah, great time.
It's been a blast. I'm starting to see some people show up. I think we probably better get this boat on the trailer and get up there to this dedication.
All righty.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This has been a passion of mine as a commission member. I went to this camp in 1964. These camps are absolutely vital to the future of hunting, in my opinion.
When you start looking at the raw numbers of kids that have attended these camps, and you look at the amount of people who buy a license, there's probably a correlation.
We have to believe so. We think that if we teach wildlife conservation to this younger age group, that they will enjoy the outdoor sports just like you and I do. And once you expose them, they tend to grow up and continue because you're teaching them a life skill. And it stays with you in your older life, and they become licensed buyers, which also contributes to everything else we do for wildlife.
You know, it really is an amazing deal because this took a lot of cooperation. The Kentucky Fish and Wildlife Foundation was obviously heavily involved. Right. To be able to pull all those funds together and to finally see this come to fruition really is special for me, and I know it's extremely important to you.
It is.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know you guys have put a lot of time and energy in this project.
This has been on the books for a long time, probably 10 or 12 years, and we finally were able to secure the funding to get that done. And we look forward to opening it up, you know, here in camping season during June. And I'd almost like to be one of the first kids to get to come to this facility because it's really, really nice.
So this project really was a cooperative group from the community, the agency, and nonprofit groups as well.
There are so many people that are so generous because it's for the kids. There are kids come to this camp that have never caught a fish, that have never shot a rifle, that have never done the outdoor activities that they get to do here, and hopefully they continue to enjoy the outdoors, which is what we really want them to do.
Count it down. 3, 2, 1.
I know many people that hunt and fish, but those individuals that start in early adulthood, they can be the most passionate. Chelsea, the water is a little faster than I normally like to fish it, but I think we can catch a fish or two.
Yeah, it's a bit higher than I'm used to.
But, you know, we've had so much rain. I haven't got a chance to get out on the creek yet this year, and you know, it's pretty out. The time is right. We're gonna make the best of it.
We won't have to worry about it dragging on the bottom at all, though, having to get
No, we won't be portaging very much at all. That's for sure. All right, you want to get loaded up? I'll get you pushed out. Look at here. Look at that already.
You got one?
Oh, well, that was perfect. Nice little smallmouth bass on about my second or third cast.
He's got one.
Here we go. Here we go. Another smallmouth. Man, look at the color of that fish. That thing has got more green in it than
I just had one too.
Oh, did you? Must
Yeah,
be
it
a
just came
school
off.
of them in here. This fish has got so much green color and so much black on the belly. Too bad he's only about 9 inches long, but what a pretty, pretty fish.
So that's 3 for you now?
I think so, yeah.
I gotta play catch up.
So Chelsea, you're actually raised not far from where we're at right now, right?
Yeah, kind of a couple miles down the road, and I've been out on this creek quite a bit in the past few years, and done the Canoe Kentucky trip several times with my dad and my boyfriend.
But you're not only into fishing, you do a lot of hunting as well, right?
Oh yeah, this past summer, well not summer, I guess it was in the fall, I got my first buck with a bow. So I was pretty excited about that, and I was by myself, did it all, and I felt pretty proud of myself.
You know what, that is really cool. What would you say if someone said, oh, that's not for me, you know, I'm more of a girly girl, outdoors, not something that I'm much interested in. What would you say to a person like that?
Well, I would say that they are definitely missing out on a lot. I just enjoy being outside, so I, encourage other people to get out and get moving, and you just never know what you're gonna see. You know, any chance I get to just be outside and see something pretty and take pictures and just, enjoy it, take it all in, it's a good day for me.
Tell you what, this is creating a little eddy right here in a deep pocket. I want to beach this thing and make a couple casts standing on the ground.
Got a turtle on board over here.
Well, look at that, little slider.
Couple fish, 1 turtle, we're doing all right.
You never know what you're gonna find.
Let him go.
Here we go. Uh-oh, that one there took a ride.
All right.
We're both throwing little swim baits. We tried some little jigs earlier. You're throwing a little swim bait. It's a Charlie Brewer slider grub. You know what, it's probably one of the very first swim baits ever made, and they still work for just about all species of fish.
Yeah.
I'm throwing one that's got a little more ribs to it. This is a Kitech, and they make them in all sizes. Uh-oh.
That one. This is a little bit of a bigger one.
That's a nice fish you got right there. Trying to get you out there in the current.
I know. I hope I can get this one in.
I can see it going up the stream. That's a good fish.
Ooh.
Look at there.
All right.
Oh, right there. That's a good fish, Chelsea.
This has happened all day long so far. Every one of them.
You've had the second one jump off, but that's okay. Hey, you know what? We're out here. That was a smallmouth. We're turning them all loose, so
yeah.
You know what? Quick release. Get you back out there fishing again. So today's your birthday.
It is.
And when did you know you were coming on this fishing trip?
Probably, I guess it was about 10 o'clock.
I think I called you about 9, and by 10:15, we were on the water fishing.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to make getting out on the water a priority. Oh, there you go.
Geez, another one?
Got about 11 incher this time. The canopy floating down through here is just absolutely unreal how pretty it is. So this is an area also on this float. Oh, this dog here wants to say hello.
That dog is just going on an adventure. Finally got one.
Nice. Is it a smallmouth?
Yep,
There you go.
right back there in that little hole close to the bank. Little bitty fella. Got another one. Oh, this is a nice one. This one's fighting me pretty hard. Yeah, this is a good fish right here. Really good fish. Get him in here.
Man, that looks like a nice one.
And I've been getting these bites just right up real close to the bank, and I casted right in front of this tree right here.
Looks like a good one.
Yeah, it's a nice one. All right.
I think we're gonna have to give that dog a ride back to Canoe, Kentucky.
Yeah, I'd say he's gonna be pretty worn out by the time he's done following us.
That thing has made almost the entire trip.
Yeah,
Well, Chelsea, I hear and see 127. That means we're about to the end of this float.
we're almost there.
Hey, it was a great time. I appreciate you coming out and doing this today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, hey, let's do it again, and happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much. It's been an awesome day.
Now let's check in and see who's catching what and where in this week's fishing report.
This is Justin with your fishing report from the Northeast. On Cave Run, we have been getting some reports of white bass jumps. As you drift towards them, try using white rooster tails or Castmasters. Catfish on Grayson and Cave Run lakes is a great opportunity. Try targeting sandy flats close to woody or rock ledge habitat, since they still may be close to where they spawned. Cut bait or live bluegill is always a great option. Cave Run tailwaters is a great area to fish, especially this time of year. Sampling this past week, we saw large schools of catfish and crappie. We also saw good numbers of 12 to 16-inch largemouth bass, and there's always a chance to catch a muskie or a sauger as an added bonus. Bluegill and red ear fishing is going strong in some of our smaller lakes. A couple you may want to look into is Reba and Greenbow. That should do it for us in the Northeast. Good luck and take a kid fishing with you next time you go.
This is Adam Martin with your Western District Fishing Report. At Kentucky and Barkley Lakes, the best bass fishing continues to be on the main lake ledges. Anglers have been reporting small schools of largemouth and are having greater success when discharge is higher at the dams. The best baits have been jigs, large Texas rigged worms, and Carolina rigs. The shallow catfish bite is ending, but it's a great time to go out and target some big blues or flatheads. Cut bait, night crawlers, shiners, shrimp, and stink bait can all produce quality fish, but be sure to bring a variety of baits. This is also an excellent time of year for nighttime jug fishing in the bays. We also have had excellent reports of trophy-sized blue cats below Barkley and Kentucky Dam. Several anglers have reported white bass jumps in Blood River and Jonathan Creek. If you see one of these jumps, the best lure has been a medium-sized white rooster tail. Yellow bass can also be caught in great numbers using a small jigging spoon with a near vertical presentation. Good luck and stay safe out there.
This is Jeff Crosby with the Central District Fishing Report. Black bass are being caught at district lakes during early morning or late evening hours using topwater baits. Blue catfish are being caught at Taylorsville Lake using cut shad when fished in 6 to 12 foot of water. A few crappie can be taken this time of year, especially at Taylorsville and Harrington Lakes. Crappie are being caught on live minnows or crappie jigs. And finally, it's an excellent time of year to get out and fish one of our local streams such as Elkhorn, South Fork Licking, or Floyd's Fork. So grab a pole and enjoy some great summertime fishing.
For some, shooting sports is just a hobby, but for others, including college athletes, it has become a competitive sport.
Well, today we're located at the Central Kentucky Wildlife Management Area, and we're starting to hold the 112th Kentucky State Shoot. And we have our Youth Day today for the first event, and we have about 140 youth that'll be participating today. They'll be shooting trap today. Okay, the way this sport is shot is we have 5 stations for the participants to stand on. Each one will shoot a shot in succession, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it comes back to 1 until they have fired 5 shots from that position. Then everyone will walk to the right, and the person on number 5 will walk back to 1, and then they do the same progression over and over again until we've shot 125 targets in a round, and then we will do that 4 times to make up 100. And today we're having a 200 target competition, so then after all the teams that went through, we'll start over and do that again for a total of 200 targets, and then how many the team breaks out of 1,000 will be their final score to determine the winners.
I'm 12 years old. I've been shooting for about 3 years now. I started out on a 4-H team. It was kind of like the local, like everybody was doing it, so I decided I was going to shoot it. And then Kenny kind of gave us the opportunity to actually get bigger and better, and we just kind of took it.
The requirements for entering this sport is pretty much anyone that's over the age of 10 and on up, and we have them as in the senior division that's all the way up to 80 years old. It doesn't matter about height, weight, or gender. Well, we have many ladies that participate in this sport as well as younger kids, and so it's open to everyone, and it's a good sport for the whole family.
I'm a senior in college and I'm 22 years old. I've been shooting since I was 10, so this is my 12th year shooting. My dad has been a trap shooter all his life, and he actually passed away last fall. And he started me out when I was a little bitty, and he said I was pretty good, so he got me into it, and I've been shooting ever since. Shooting sports has made a tremendous difference in my life. It's brought me close to wonderful people. It's brought me closer to people in my community. I feel like this is a wonderful thing to do. It's fun, it's something you can grow with, and once you get into it and get good at it, it's something that you can really enjoy and your family can enjoy with you. So I would recommend it to anybody that's interested.
We have a team from Todd County, Kentucky. They're called the Kentucky Smoking Clays. The Smoking Clays themselves had actually been around approximately 6 years. Where I got my group of kids was from our local 4-H shooting sports team through the 4-H program. 4-H is an excellent program if you want to form a team for AIM or ATA or SCTP. Look in your FFA teams, your 4-H teams, your Boy Scout teams, bring them all together, and then you're going to have excellent shooters. AIM actually stands for Academic Integrity and Marksmanship. All 3 of those are important for a child to grow, not in their actual shooting sports, but also as a person. ATA is actually the governing body of trap shooting nationwide, in fact worldwide, and that's ATA is the Amateur Trap Shooting Association. So we conform the AIM program from ATA rules and kind of had to throw in a few because it is a youth program. We offer scholarships. I have a child on my team that's been offered several scholarships. It's also another way for a child to maybe further their education through their trap shooting.
I went before the House Education Committee and tried to promote trap shooting as a lettered sport in all Kentucky high schools. I think it'd be a great opportunity for them to jump into shooting sports. I think for a young person to get started in, it's a lot of fun. They'll enjoy it. There's tons of scholarship and sponsorship opportunities through the sport, and it's just a great all-around sport. You meet tons of great people, and everyone's nice, and everyone accepts you for everything that you are.
So one of the best ways to get started is to go to your local gun club. There's about 20 some odd, 30 scattered throughout the state. Go there and introduce yourself, and then they'll be more than happy to help you.
Now let's check in and see who else has been out having fun in this week's Ones That Didn't Get Away. Here's a nice bass from Cedar Creek Lake. It was 20 inches long and caught by Bentley Couch. Nice job. Here we have Dylan from Meade County, who's showing us his nice bass that he caught in a farm pond. Congratulations. Here we have Gus Bivens of Union, Kentucky, showing us his nice catfish he caught at his Poppy's Farm Pond in Davis County. Here we have Derek Ferguson, who's 10 years old, showing us his first turkey ever. He took this while hunting with his papa, Curtis Coursey. Nice job. Do you have a hunting or a fishing photo that you'd like to share? Email your photo to us at kyafield.ones@ky.gov. That's kyafield.ones@ky.gov. Summer is in full swing and it'll be over before you know it. Make plans now to get outdoors with your family. And remember, hunting and fishing on private property is a privilege. Always ask permission and thank the landowner. Till next week, I'm your host Chad Miles and I hope to see you in the woods or on the water.